Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and in today's video I want to talk about the fire that has been going on in Maui because I feel like this is not getting the media coverage that it needs. So let's get into it. And it says the outbreak of wildfires last week in Maui, Hawaii, a state known for its beaches and a rainforest, but typically not fire, is now the nation's deadliest such event in more than 100 years. The fires burned thousands of acres and killed nearly 100 people, a greater death toll than any wildfire in California, where summer blazes are common. Hundreds remain missing in Maui and the death toll is expected to rise. This is the largest natural disaster in our history, Hawaii Government Josh Green said, referring to Hawaii in a statement Sunday. It is harrowing state in Maui. Images show that much of Lahaina, a historic town on Maui's west coast, has been reduced to rubble and ashes. The fire moved so quickly here last week that 17 people ran into the ocean for safety, where they were rescued by Coast Guard.
Holy shit. You're gonna be okay, Milo. Holy fuck. Shit. Both sides to the left and the right are on fire. White smoke starting to come, which means the fire's starting to die out. Fucking scary.
As soon as Sunday night, much of the fire had been contained, allowing officials to search for survivors and assess the damage. Now people are asking questions about what sparked the blaze and why residents were given more time to flee. There are three reasons why I think this has happened. One is climate change and global warming. Two is where I seen some natives showing that the power lines and the lines in that country was not being taken care of and they were growing into the forest. And another one is about DEWs. So let's get into the DEWs. New conspiracy theories from climate change deniers who suggest that the destruction was orchestrated by the federal government directed energy weapons, DEW. DEWs involve high energy and other high power electromagnetics that use concentrated government accountability office, GA, has spent $1 billion annually on developing these weapons to take down missiles and drone threats. On April 2023, GAO report says that the department has had trouble deploying these technology outside of labs because of the lack of transition planning. The new conspiracy seems to arise from the fact that the Air Force Research Laboratory had devoted a whole wing to developing DEWs for all air traffic intersecting Hawaiian airspace and terrestrial waters in 2007, according to a Wire story. Directed Energy Directorate is located at the Kirkland Air Force Base in New Mexico. Some of the reasons why I think that this has happened, and I've heard people saying that this year something is in the air. The environment is definitely off. Especially here in Florida, it's been raining all summer, which is weird, but I have collected a couple of clips of natives telling their stories and expressing how they feel about the fire and how we as regular people can help. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you in the last portion of this video.
With investors and realtors calling the families who lost their home, offering to buy their land, how dare you do that to our community right now? If you are a victim, Kalamai, sorry, had a little bit poor reception right there. If you are a victim and they are calling you, please get their name. People keep calling me, sorry. Get their business name so we can put them on blast. This is some pilau heva shit happening right now. I am so frustrated hearing since yesterday that multiple families that I know personally were reached out and offered money from investors and realtors. Shame on you. Shame on you. If you are a Maui realtor contributing to that, karma's gonna come and get you. Okay? That is pilau. And if you are a realtor and they are calling you, investors are calling you to represent them, I hope you have dignity and aloha and compassion to turn them away and tell them off. And I need you guys to do me a favor and get their name and their business name, and we're gonna put them on blast. That is some pilau. Please spread the word. If you're a victim and they are reaching out to you, DM me their name, business, try to get as much information out of these guys and send it to me. And if you're a victim, trust that we are going to rebuild Lahaina. Please don't, I know it's hard and like...
Announcement for everybody. Just got some very troubling news. And I was waiting for confirmation, and I did get it for this matter. And I'm going to do my best to be open-minded of this. But apparently you are able to come into Lahaina as long as you have a reservation for a hotel and you can prove that. So, yes, I completely understand some hotels are housing people. There are workers there who are still working. The hotels do need some kind of or form of income into, you know, for their employees, so that they have something to fall back on once things are getting to the point of rebuilding. Now, I get that and I support that, but the timing is just not, it is terrible timing. We have only been given access as local Lahaina community members back into our home hours before they're allowed to. I struggled for days myself just to get out, and I didn't even make it out. And thank God for all the people who saw my prior video of, you know, a lot of the things that were needed, and thank you guys so much for resharing. We've been getting so much more help, food, goods, like everything is coming in and just flowing into Lahaina right now. So thank you guys so much for sharing that. And people have been coming out to my own home out here and just dropping things off to me, so I've been able to take some of that into Lahaina. But there are people still grieving the loss of loved ones and everything that they own. But it's okay for people to come and enjoy our home right now. It is not the time. It's not the time for this. I was just told from cousins who came into Lahaina that they, just to make sure that, you know, they're not Lahaina residents. They don't have a Lahaina address on their ID. So, and their family. I've grown up with them in Lahaina, and they couldn't afford it, so they moved to the other side of the island. They weren't even allowed access in. So, in order to ensure them access into Lahaina, their boss went and created reservations for all of them at a hotel room just so they could get in. People that live here, people that have family, literally my first cousins are trying to come in here to just support and help. And now the tourists are being let in. Just let in. They told me as they were coming through, not at this point, they're not even checking anything. They're not checking IDs. They're not checking reservations. They're just waving people through. And in line with them are tourists. This is crazy. This is crazy. We have no power yet in Lahaina. Yes, they're working hard at it, and some places are starting to come up with power, but most of the street lights don't even work. You know, we're gonna cause more accidents. People, I just drove by somebody who was a tourist who didn't even know that when no lights are on, it's a four-way stop, and he kept going. It almost caused an accident. Just people don't know this stuff, you know, and there are already people grieving, struggling right now, have nothing but the clothes on their backs. But hey, come and enjoy Lahaina. Come enjoy our place while we grieve the loss. We need to blow up the mayor's office. We need to blow up the governor's office and tell them that is not okay. That is not okay.
How come I got to call you then? No reception, there's no reception, you know. It says SOS everywhere.
Oh, God damn it! Let's go! Let's fire through there! Go! You need to go, bro. Yeah, go! Come on, baby. Come on, baby. What the fuck? What is this? Yeah. Let's go! Damn, it's hot. Let's go down. Go down. Motherfucker. Quick. Good. Oh my God, dude. It's okay. We're almost to the end of the meal. We're almost to the smoke shop. We made it. We got a line on the road.
Oh my God.
Oh, somebody's down right now. Somebody's down. Just go there. We cannot do nothing for her. Oh my God. Just go there. Just go. We cannot do nothing for her. What the fuck, dude? Just go. Go, people, go.
Okay guys, it's Friday, August 11th, 2023, and I'm walking around Lahaina a couple days after this catastrophic fire, and you can see there's X's in front of hundreds of houses here, hundreds or thousands of cars. I don't know what the count is. I don't know what's going on here any more than what I see, because we can't get on the internet and we don't have any power. But I believe those X's mean they've searched for bodies. And this fire was so hot that all of the wheels of the cars have melted. All the aluminum has melted. You can see it just like water. It ran down the gutters in places where there's just molten aluminum everywhere. So I don't know how hot a fire has to get to do that, because I can't search for anything on the internet, but let me know in the comments. And you know, one other thing I'll say is, I think on one of the neighborhoods I was walking through yesterday, I commented that it smelled like a fireworks show, and you know, just more intense. But that is not what it smells like here. Here it smells like death. It smells like dead bodies is what it smells like. I mean, it's unimaginable. I mean, anyone who's ever smelled a rotting animal carcass, that is what it smells like when I'm walking around here. And you know, it's like this for miles, and I don't know what it looks like if an atomic bomb hits a city, but I couldn't imagine anything being much worse than this. I mean, the devastation here. This was a fully functioning neighborhood. This is like a normal you know, kids playing basketball in the street like normal place 3 days ago, something like that. So
I had to cut the video off here because up ahead there are a lot of dead animal bodies, which is a pretty horrific scene. I don't know if that's the type of stuff I can even show on TikTok. I can't look it up at the moment. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments your thoughts on that, and I can edit the rest of the footage when we get power back.
So the natives are asking people that have plans to come to Hawaii to vacation not to do so. No one wants to see you snorkeling or diving in areas that they have lost their loved one and they have nothing left but the clothes on their backs to see tourists come and enjoy their country while they're grieving and while they're in pain. So that's how you can help the local Maui people by not coming there to vacation. You can also donate and you can also share the word and try to make this story as mainstream as possible. With that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.